Good evening and welcome to the City Council meeting of the City of Lenoir for Tuesday, December the 4th, 2018. We welcome you here. We're a little earlier today. Thank you for everyone for changing the time and helping us change that. So we have another engagement after this tonight to go to. We appreciate you being here tonight with us. In just a few minutes, we will stand for a moment of silence and we will remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. As we go to this time of moment of silence, please keep several of our families here in Lenoir, our friends, in your thoughts and prayers, and of course our 41st President of the United States, President George Bush, as he of course passed away, and services for President Bush will be tomorrow in Washington. So please, or Texas, wherever I think they're going, but please keep their family in your thoughts and prayers, and we're proud of his service for many years as our country. Also, please keep Shirley Cannon and her family in your thoughts and prayers as we continue to pray for Rex, and we hope things could get better. We know that struggling times right now with that, but keep Shirley in your thoughts. And please keep Lester Whittington in your thoughts and prayers and his family. Lester has been in the hospital for a few days. We hope he's been getting better. I've had several conversations with him, and he seems to be, kind of up and down with that. But please keep Lester in your thoughts and prayers also. So if you will, please join us now as we stand for our moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we start on our agenda, would like to again compliment our staff on a fine job with our Christmas parade on Friday evening. Thank goodness the weather turned out great. It was a beautiful night, and I think everyone had a great time. We appreciate all the hard work that went into that. 175 different floats and vehicles that were involved in our parade, so we appreciate that. Everyone enjoyed the Winston-Salem State Band again. That was, as it's always, fun, and a lot of great compliments on that. But thank everyone for being there. Sorry that you had to be out of town. We understand completely about that. Hope for the next. Anyway, but again, thanks for all the hard work, everyone. I know it always takes a great team effort to put that together. Okay, we move on. We do not have any matters scheduled for public hearings this evening, so we'll move on to consent agenda items consisting of minutes from the City Council meeting of Tuesday, November 20th, 2018. Another set of minutes for the Committee of the Whole meeting of Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. And minutes for the closed session minutes of Tuesday, November 20th, 2018, and Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. These as reviewed by the City Attorney, the City Council, and the City Manager. So if there's any discussion on any of the consent agenda items, I will open that now. Or a motion.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented.
I have a motion from Councilmember Stevens to approve the consent agenda items A, B, and C as presented. No other discussion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Thank you. Carries unanimously. We'll move on then. It's time on our agenda. If there are any requests or petitions of any citizens that would like to address the council, I think everyone here are staff and or Virginia, and Will, if she has anything you'd like to throw in there, glad to have you as always on that. So seeing no one, we'll move on. We do not have any reports of our boards and commissions this evening, so we'll move to the report and recommendations of the City Manager, Mr. Hildebrand.
Mr. Mayor, Council, several items tonight for your information. First of all, the annual luminary display is scheduled for Friday, December 7th at 6 p.m. till 10 p.m., and that'll be held at Blue Ridge Memorial Park. A rain date and/or snow date for that will be held on Friday, December 14th, same time, same location. The Fabulous Film Night scheduled for Saturday, December 8th with the movie Christmas with the Cranks, and that's going to be shown at the Lenore High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. Santa's scheduled to be there to greet everyone from 6 to 7. And a rain snow date on that will be December 15th, same location. The city council meeting on December 18th has been canceled. The next city council meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, January 15th, 6 p.m. In these chambers. City offices will be closed on December 24th, 25th, 26th for Christmas holidays, and then also on Tuesday, January 1st, in observance of New Year's Day. And that's the items I have for your information. Tonight, you only have one item for your consideration. And can you get that up on the screen, kind of show them that location? We have a no-through truck public hearing scheduled, or asked you to schedule that for next for our meeting on January 15th. Mr. Wright, you want to update them on that? And we have a before and after picture here. They can get that up there just to kind of give you a visual of what we're talking about.
Sure. Good evening, council. Our review of this area started on November 5th in the early morning hours. We had a heavy truck, full-size tractor trailer come through the area and was trying to gain access to an industry, Brewex, which you can see on the far bottom of the screen there. Brewex's primary ingress and egress for their shipping is off of Bradford Street. However, this truck, it was a third-party carrier, missed the turn and decided to turn in Lute Street. As mentioned in some of your background information included in the packet, Lute Street is a 16 feet right-of-way. Bradford Street is a 25 feet right-of-way, which are both very narrow by our current standards. The truck turned in off of Columbus onto Lutz, made a right turn, a subsequent right turn onto Bradford, took down a stop sign, got over into the private property, and then made the sweeping right turn at the bottom of hill on Bradford and encroached by about 8 feet into private property's yard and almost turned the truck over. Police responded. It was quite an incident for a dense residential area. So we looked at potential postings for no-through trucks, determined that there is a portion of Bradford Street and Lute Street in its entirety that we feel needs to be posted.
And if you flip the up one, we'll show that.
There it
There
is.
you go.
There you go.
Did the driver get cited?
Yes.
Okay. Have they made restitution for the damages?
Not to my knowledge yet, but I'm sure we're working on that. From our standpoint, it was only a stop sign, placard and pole. I'm sure the private property owners are seeking restitution for damage to landscaping. The portion of Bradford Street that remains in green, we do want to keep that as allowable for trucks to enter the property for Brewex. That is their primary entrance for shipping. Beyond that, Bradford Street between the corner and the intersection of Virginia and then Lute Street in its entirety, we intend to post with your permission after you review this.
We've had a number of meetings with the owner of the Brewex, Mr. Johnston, about trying to improve this. I mean, it is a really, really tight area coming through. You see the street, it's not any color coming in from the last part of the green. That Bradford that comes into the back was cut into that property under previous owners, and Brewex, of course, bought it and has had that since then. It is still very narrow. Mr. Wright is approaching other talking to Duke Energy, among others, about ways that we can make improvements to this hole to try to cut this down. So there's quite a bit of work that's going to have to be done. It is a residential area, and
And
it's
Brewex is in agreement with this
Good.
suggested change. So we ask you to go back and to, I guess, call for a public hearing on January 15th.
So moved.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions of anything before we? Okay, we have a motion on the floor for this to go to public hearing at our January 15th council meeting. Councilmember Rohr. If no other discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Carries unanimously. We'll bring this up at that meeting.
And I'd just like to wish everyone a happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
And we'll,
Christmas and Happy New Year to you too, Scott.
and on behalf of all the council, we would like to say that since our last meeting for this year, unless something comes up later, that we would like to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. It's been a great year, great working with everybody on this council. We appreciate all the work that you've put in and hope that the holidays will be great for everyone on that. So we'll move on to report and recommendations of our city attorney, Mr. Blair.
No, sir.
And I do not have any report tonight, that I've already made that on things that we've done. Any of our council members, anything on Turkey Tuesday you guys would like to?
It was great. It was a great turnout, well attended, and I think, like at the committee, the whole meeting, I thanked everybody, but again, to those watching, thank you for coming out, and for all the people that volunteered and donated to make the event success, and to make sure that people had a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Good turnout up there.
Great
We
turnout.
were there early.
It went quick.
Yeah, it went quick. Yeah. Anything else to come before us? If not, yes, sir, you get ready.
Ed, when's your last day?
I beg your pardon?
When's your last day?
I don't know.
So we don't know if this is, we're not
So
saying
this
goodbye
may not be
yet.
your last one.
We'll have to wish him something every meeting. Every meeting we'll have to say that.
Us being the human race.
Okay.
That's exactly what I thought you meant.
I will add one other thing. Pray for Appalachian State. Our coach is, at this moment, is leaving the university,
Wow, I
going to
saw
the
that.
University of Louisville.
Did he show up at the press conference yet?
Yeah, we don't know. We had it up a few minutes ago. We hadn't seen him yet. Anyway,
Did you do that again?
he has, what was it, Councilmember Bernhardt said, he ran off and left us.
Well, in an awful mess.
An awful mess.
Well, we're not in an awful mess. That's a good thing.
Not like UNC.
That's it. That's it. But anyway, football's, a lot of things happening in the sports world right now, so we'll keep an eye on that. But anyway, if nothing else to come before us, we stand adjourned. Less than 15 minutes.
That's a record.
Close, but
So-
yeah.